We got a chance of speaking to some of the 4 teams that took part in the rally, and let's begin with the mother and daughter taking part in the rally. Now, Tinashe Gatimu, who's the daughter to Caroline Gatimu, were a team at the rally, and Moses Wahisi had a chance of speaking to both of them, and it's such a beautiful story. Let's take a look.
The queen herself, I don't know, I'll also call you the younger queen. But all in all, you were here competing and you did what you had to do. Probably in your assessment, first of all, mom doing it with a daughter, it does not happen that often.
This is the first time actually it's happened in a very long time, and we are very excited. What we've been doing is nurturing her into the sport. She got to like it later on in her teen years, wanting to drive and everything. We've been doing it, well, my husband and I, since 2004, around about. But they've grown into the sport and they liked it. We didn't think they would want to get into it, but when she showed interest, we said, why not? Let's try. And come the safari, this was a very big surprise because we actually didn't think in the beginning we would do it. But the last 2 weeks to safari is when we were confirmed for sure that we're going to do it and that she's going to drive. So it's very exciting. At first, of course, I was scared, like, no, what's going to happen? But when I saw how she's handling the car, I was like, oh, good stuff. Let's go. So now here we are at the finish.
So you want to say she does not have any pressure while at it because the mom is the person seated next to her?
No, I don't think she has pressure, but what she knows is she needs to listen to the navigator. What we do is we remove the mom hat and put it aside, then now we put on the navigator hat, and she has to listen, because if she doesn't listen, we go into the bush. Yeah.
Tell me, she's talking about your passion, and actually after some time now you're saying you can be able to handle the machine. How easy, how difficult is it to do it as a driver and mom seated at the navigator's seat?
It was coming from a two-wheel drive non-turbo car to a four-wheel drive turbo car is a big jump. So getting used to that Evo 9 it took a bit of some time, but once I got it, we were all let's go. So sitting with mom, first of all, there's no mom in the car, it's just navigator. So just listening to the notes, I humble myself because I am basically at her mercy and get to the finish.
I know when we talk about rallying in the country and also across the globe, it's always male-dominated. This time out, at least the government came out. We have a women's team, 4 different drivers and their navigators doing this, maybe. And also at your tender age, what does this speak to the future of rallying with some little focus about what the ladies in Kenya can do?
It's very nice seeing other ladies doing it. I know for a long time the ladies were discouraged even to do it, but as time goes on, I see even the men are also warming up to the idea and supporting us along the way. And going forward, I hope to see more women in the sport.
So what next actually for this team? I know there is a lot that can happen. We will not wait again for another safari so as to be able to compete. Any plans? I know some teams will be going to Rwanda, others will be going to Tanzania. There's a lot that can be done there. Also in the country. What next for this team?
So we've been doing autocross, so we'll stick to autocross until the season ends. And maybe if all goes well, you'll also be seeing us in Rwanda and Tanzania in the ARC.
What about you?
Yeah, I echo her words. We're going to take part in the autocross, which is what we've always done. And we look to see more sponsors. If more sponsors can come on board for the second half of the year, and we can do the KNRC, why not? And if we can go to, what's next, Rwanda, to Tanzania, why not? We would love to do that, yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll be here actually to follow and also to support, and maybe partners might come. Speak to a partner actually. Mom is telling them to come on board. What do you promise them maybe if they come on board?
I promise them visibility, and a rally car is basically a moving billboard. So the visibility, as you can see from Safari, there are a lot of fans who come out onto the road to watch the cars. So the visibility is quite a lot. So if more sponsors come on board, I promise them visibility and to get to the finish line.
A beautiful and an inspiring story there by Caroline Gatimu and her daughter Tinashe Gatimu, who was the driver while the mother was the co-driver.